Okay.
Welcome! And so here we are.
That's interesting.
You are before this colossal statue in the different distance, and your guide has departed. You now wake on the next days, ready to move on. It's not difficult to know which way to go, seeing as it's this big tower in the distance that you can't miss. So you think it's probably, meh. You estimate there's really no objects around it to really compare with, so, half day's journey or something. However, as night draws, you see you're just now getting within range to actually see any sort of shapes and indentations on this structure. You're going to have to settle for one last night unless you want to go in the cover of darkness. In which case you can truck on, but you will have to potentially do so tired.
Not cover of darkness, no. What do you guys think? I vote sleeping here, as dangerous as it may be.
Do we have any cover or anything else?
I look for a cove.
Yes, let's look.
Roll a
That's
search.
survival I did a
19?
survival check.
Okay.
Um,
That is good enough. You are able to find a safe place that everyone can hunker down for the evening.
Okay.
Sweet.
You're able to find one, but it's going to take a little bit of work to set up, but it can be made so.
I would vote sleep.
Yes.
I mean, sleep, yes, but I would vote a metric square meter of a cube, or whatever. Ah,
What?
a cube of food that Cookie can make. Or
Okay. So, Cookie, are you going to prepare a meal for everyone?
Yes. I'd be happy to prepare a meal for everyone.
I believe that does give a slight benefit as well.
It, well, yeah, I mean, the
not
basic
eating
thing
is not
is that
good.
it gives you extra hit points, but we don't have that problem. Really, we're not down in hit points, and it gives us resistance against disease.
Which maybe you don't know. So, what was that roll for?
I was checking around to see if there's any other tracks around the area that we were staying around.
None that you can find.
Okay.
That's good.
Alright. The next morning, you press on. And it still takes about a half day's travel to actually get within range to
Wow,
see
big.
that indeed this is a colossal metal structure that just stretches up.
Something report in with Gary or whatever the heck his name is.
You mean Cookie reports in with Gary since you appointed Cookie as leader of the group and he had the stone?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
We better
good.
keep talking
It's
to him,
good.
Cookie.
There's a really, really big structure out here. We're going for it.
Alright. Roll a perception check if you so desire to be scanning for
Let's see.
details.
Perception. Well, it keeps freaking closing. What?
Yeah. What does Macaulay see?
Hold on.
Well, you all see this large metal structure that looks highly eroded up ahead.
This wind sucks.
Metal that looks eroded. That's interesting.
It looks very aged and weathered.
If you lived on a sandblasted planet, you would look aged and weathered too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Alright, so Rio leads the group with the ability to see anything, apparently.
Do what?
And
It's Greek and
all
sandy, guys.
Rio can see is there is a town or hovels or something around the base of this structure. And that's it.
I think I see some buildings around the base. We should be careful as we approach.
All right.
I'd agree. I'd say let's approach.
I don't trust him.
What did you say,
Insight
Yonovan?
check on him.
Oh, insight check on who?
On the guy that says he sees something. None of us see anything. Come on. He's
Well,
not
he
spotted
rolled a
anything
17,
before.
so he spotted more.
Yeah, but
You don't know numbers.
She's got better eyesight than you, duh.
Your
I
insight,
saw the smoke
Yonovan,
when everyone else did. Come on.
Yonovan, your insight tells you that you may or may not have missed something. It's a different terrain than you're used to.
Alright.
However, you may find it suspicious still that she would. But you don't sense any deception.
Okay. I don't sense intentional misleading.
Right.
I cautiously follow along.
You all trudging along?
Yes.
Yeah.
All trudging along.
Okay.
I'm following. Do we see anything that might be construed as way in? Or just pretty much a wall? Some structures later.
Well, as you guys near it, you see someone start heading for you.
Oh, so much for stealth.
I didn't hear anyone say stealth.
We didn't
didn't.
roll stealth. So.
We didn't
We
roll
didn't
stealth.
say we were planning to stealth.
I did specify anything else. This
Alright.
individual is a fairly large human by the looks, and he comes marching up to you. What are you guys doing?
We're walking?
What's your AC?
What? My AC? Let me check.
Is that my cue to roll initiative?
15?
So this big meaty hand flies at your face. You're barely able to dodge it, and he's like, "Show some respect, worm. What are you doing out here?"
I clench my
Oh.
fist, but don't throw a punch yet.
Hmm.
And I say, we're explorers. We're trying to track.
I will urge caution. Remember what's going on the planet, and what you know you should or shouldn't say. What do you say to him, Cleoc?
Nothing.
Guys, give me a second.
Uh,
I would like to talk, but I need to gather my thoughts. My character wouldn't need to.
Right. You've had a bit of a crazy day. I would know that.
you called me a worm?
I put my hand up to him and to our new guy. Just everyone calm down. Let our leader speak for us.
Indeed. Who is the head of this group?
Oh yes. Well, we heard that there might be some recruitment going on in this area.
Most don't choose to be recruited for the work here.
They most don't choose it?
We are seeking gainful employment.
Oh. Which part of the world are you from?
The part that is starving and we'd rather not starve.
That would be the whole world. Which part are you from?
Does it look like he's holding a weapon of any sort?
No, but you do notice an interesting collar around his neck.
He's got a collar around his neck.
Cookie Estates allowed.
So, we don't seem to find anyone who's very forthright as we journey around here. Tell me, if you might, why are you wearing a collar?
You really are foolish.
Yes, that's me. I'm the fool. Also, I make music and really good eggs.
You should all leave before it's too late. This is your only warning. He turns and walks away.
Fantastic idea.
Alright,
Well, let's
guys.
go. We're
Hey,
not gonna
guys,
find
stop.
anything here.
Okay, no, we need to talk. Okay.
For,
What are we doing? So,
about to shoot a guy in the back.
no, I mean seriously, right? This is going to be. I mean, we can't just walk in and kill all the bad guys.
Why not?
Agreed?
Why not?
Because
would
if we
be-
could walk in and kill all the bad guys, they will probably kill us. There's probably.
Wait. If we kill them all.
Get a special point
Okay,
of
okay.
pointing out how
Do you
huge
see
the place
that?
is.
That
This
thing.
is fair.
Okay. We need to find a way in, and to do that, we need to find someone who will trust us and we can trust them. All we know about this place, let's talk, is that apparently it abducts people. It has banned religion. They are known, they're kind of infamous, these people. And something cataclysmic happened as well. No idea who would want us to get rid of these guys. Probably everybody, actually, but these guys. And someone who might rat us out to them. The self-serving kind.
I'm more concerned that if we cause a ruckus moment, that the person we're supposed to rescue may end up dead.
Did I get a good look at his collar he had on? Was it like a heavy metal you're enslaved collar? Or is it like identification that you're part of the cult collar?
It seemed to almost be partially a mix of the two. Seeing as you've built the one, it doesn't quite fit what you'd expect, but it does have some aspects of such.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we're close enough that someone has noticed us, is there any obvious entrance into this giant structure from our location?
It's still a good mile or two. Now that you're this close, you can see... Hold on. You can see that there is a huge, sprawling... Have you guys seen those, like, ghost towns that are, like, just desolate and falling apart and, like, ramshackled?
Yeah.
It's like that, spread over miles and miles, just surrounding the base of this structure.
Cool.
Is it completely flat here, or are there rolling hills?
It is flat. Like,
Okay.
you know,
There's no-
salt.
There's no squiggly route we could take that would keep us from sticking out over the top of the hill. We will be silhouetted no matter
Yeah.
what. Okay.
Other than the buildings, it's flat. The buildings are the elevation.
Okay.
Which also makes you wonder why and how they're even here.
Yeah, how do they get materials?
Okay. So here's my going theory, and let's see what you guys think. Someone approached us, and he left, which means he wasn't threatening to us. That puts him at least neutral, and possibly he might be on our side. You think so?
He warned us to leave, though.
Exactly. That means he might help us.
It means he also might go back and tell someone that we're here.
Unless he has something to
Help us.
gain.
Rio and Cleoc, roll me a check. Wisdom check.
I would suspect that we should.
You
find
have
some-
no modifier?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
We're still only have level 1 spells. I think we should find someone to help us get in. Either this guy or someone else. Any other ideas?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Problem is, can we
I
see
think we
which way
should-
he's going?
How
I
far
think
away is the guy? Has he disappeared from our sight? You said it's flat.
By now, you see him just duck into the village, and you see that, there's other people moving back and forth up there.
Well, let's go talk to them.
Did I get an idea of how far, how many buildings in he was, or did you just enter the village and I just don't?
He kind of just went in and you kind of lost him, because he
Okay.
kind of the buildings aren't laid out nicely. There's not like streets
Yeah.
and rows, it's just buildings.
Okay.
It's like refugee camp chaos. There's no order in streets. It's just everywhere.
What was that guy
Back a safe
wearing?
distance and think this through.
No, was that guy wearing something very different than what we're wearing?
No. Fairly similar, actually.
Good. Then we can maybe blend in from a distance.
So long as everyone doesn't have collars on.
Well, yes, the
He
collar's
said
on thing.
distance.
Right. So I'm going to suspect in any sort of slave society there are, the enforcers around. We don't want them to find us because that would be trouble. Right?
Yep.
So start scanning around and trying to see if we can find anyone who looks to be, in charge, cocky,
I would
walking
also
around
like
like they
to,
own the place. That
stealth,
kind of thing.
stealth into or just walk in.
Yeah, let's be a little bit subtle, maybe. Not.
How do you propose we approach this stealthily when they have a giant tower vantage point and we don't have any cover? We don't even have cover
We-
of night at this point.
You look like everybody else. That's what stealth is.
Problem is getting there.
Yeah, how many people are going in and out of the city that we can see?
Well, we haven't seen any obvious entrance yet, so we can't answer that.
Besides the one guy, but we haven't seen anyone approach or leave the city. My guess is that there aren't many people to approach or leave the city.
Well, this is the hovels we're going to approach. The chaotic village outside of the giant metal city.
Still, I think they would be looking for anyone, just a group of people approaching.
I don't know. Why would
Well,
you
that's
on a
why we-
desert planet? We're unexpected.
I
That's
assume
why.
that they're not very liked.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of people that want to kill them.
Who's them?
Shatura.
Shh, we're not supposed to say it.
There's no one around.
it's like freaking Voldemort, man. Every time you invoke his name, you're basically a beacon to all the Death Eaters.
Okay.
Just say Harry
So-
Potter. You deal him.
Nice
Okay.
knowing you.
Suggestion.
Yes. Cookie.
We walk forward. Kind of try to
You can
try to
cast this.
observe and mimic the movements of these people. and look to make contact and be honest with our goal of rescuing a druid.
Uh,
Still can. We're just gonna assume we still can, or else mission's over,
Y-
right?
You're going
I
to.
would suggest that we back off and wait for nightfall and night.
What? You can. That's a level 2 spell. You can't just cast suggestion.
I'm a monk.
That is a really good plan. Let's do that.
Keep
I agree
in-
with the bird.
There's two aspects to consider, which the party needs to decide which works better. During the day, you can try to meld in with the people moving about, in which case you don't have to worry about noise. At night, you won't have to move in with the people, however, you will have to deal with the fact that it could potentially be deadly silent.
Deadly silent.
It-
on
like-
enemy planet.
That's the thing. You don't hear any wind here.
Oh,
you could have said that.
I want to
first.
fly above the place then.
You're
wanna fly.
you're going to fly when you see nothing flying.
Fair enough.
Shoot him down.
Very well.
I thought your class had a little bit of wisdom, so I thought I'd point that out.
Let's.
Wisdom, yes. Intelligence, no.
I cannot make you invisible yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I vote for the stealthy route.
Yeah, so no
Subtle.
flying at the moment.
I'll make it clear for you. You can roll a stealth check using charisma if you want to go now, or you can roll a stealth check using dex if you go later.
Hey, I'm all for
Interesting.
stealthing now with charisma,
I'm all
Yeah,
for
they're
stealthing
both the
later
same.
with dex.
and I'll give like 3 of y'all inspiration on it too.
Okay, fine. I think that's probably. Well, honestly, you could give. Can you give yourself inspiration?
No.
All right, fine.
that's
We'll go
one
the
thing that
charisma route.
sucks.
Can't we use wisdom or intelligence instead of charisma?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Charisma is basically your ability to enact yourself acting like the others around you, which is why I said you can do a charisma stealth.
Charisma's
Look,
better.
look, I'm a bird man. I'm not likely going to blend in with.
Yeah, just
Donovan?
put the hood up
Oh,
and
yeah.
cloak and everything.
And the wings? No, you're not cutting them off.
I mean,
Hide them. Cover them up.
Okay.
You
You
can
do-
fold them, right?
You do have a little blanket thing you can throw
I
over.
can hear you, but
And
no
yes,
one
we
else
can,
hear you,
Cookie.
so-
Okay. So, Error, Shatter, Yonovan, y'all roll a extra d6 on your check.
Interesting.
Best I can do.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So Cookie sits down for a moment and talks with Yonovan, Talon, and Cleok, and gives them a few pointers on how to act like others.
Whoa. How did you get a -1
Alright,
on?
if-
My
oh,
charisma is 8.
If you're
Where's your
skilled,
d6 there?
if you're
Add a
skilled in
D6.
stealth, if you're skilled in stealth,
Oh,
you can
that's
still
true.
add that modifier. Because I did say
No,
stealth.
not.
Wait, let me
My
check
bad, I
that
forgot.
again.
The three of you
But
that
I'm,
have.
but I'm not skilled in stealth. So yeah, that's correct.
I'm
Still
skilled
add
in
a
making
D6
loud
to it,
noises.
so-
No, the three of you
Yes,
got an
you are.
inspiration. Add a D6 to yours.
I did.
I don't
I don't
see a
how a D6 is going to
D6.
particularly help this roll.
That's funny. That's funny, James.
So we all have rolled utterly terribly, so we're doomed.
Wait. Oh wait.
Second.
Crap.
Error,
Give me
roll
the
the
inspiration.
I tried.
+4.
I
Guys,
said
shh. Let the DM talk now. We've rolled.
Yeah.
Ryu, what was yours?
8.
That's with the D6?
I didn't get the D6. He gave it to the other three.
Right. Sorry about that. And Yonovan is there.
I do not have proficiency in stealth.
You don't have a modifier at all?
No. I am 10 on charisma, so no.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
Just out of character, I tried suggest go at night.
We would have rolled badly at night too. These
I-
are atrocious rolls.
I was gonna say, these
I
rolls,
have
no
a
matter
save
what.
too.
The dex is what the heck? I got a 4 on a D20. Seriously?
I mean, how much different is the group's dex scores versus their charisma scores?
Not a lot.
I lose 2 points.
Mine's identical. Look at
Uh,
it.
my dex is a full 8 points higher than my charisma.
I
Dang.
make things go boom. I'm not such a stealthy guy.
Yeah. That's why I was giving you guys the choice, so you could leverage whichever. Alright. Well, you guys start going through the town, pretending to be like everyone else there, and you start noticing more and more people are watching you.
Dang, that's
Congratulations! Now we're getting into a skill challenge. You guys need to decide how you're going to progress running through the city as you're now being chased by some people screaming at you.
Wait. there's
Oi!
people screaming.
Stop it! Get them! They don't belong! And they're charging at you. And it's
Okay.
going to be way too many to deal with, so your best option would be getting to the tower and hoping to go from there.
What tower? There's a tower? I thought there's a giant metal box.
Yes, the big metal tower, statue, structure.
Is there an obvious entrance that we
Yes.
are this close?
You see that there is... looks like a hole in the center of it.
Alright. I'll be at the back of the group, and I'll shout out to the people following us. Do not follow, or you'll bring the wrath of the gods upon you. And I fire my thunder cannon at the lead
The
person.
more angry.
Roll an
Actually,
attack
I
if you
have
shoot
a
him.
Really good plan. If they're just commoners, a single sleep spell would be amazing.
Wait, persuasion.
Persuasion, did you say?
Yeah, you can try that.
Okay, first things first.
I don't think we can do
Wait, wait, wait,
persuasion
wait.
while running.
First things first, Mr. DM said roll an attack roll.
If
No,
you're...
he said roll a skill check. What skill?
No, I actually did state to Yonovan, if you shot the guy, roll an attack.
Okay.
I was giving him the decision to make up his mind if he's actually shooting the guy or just shooting, like, over his head.
No, I'm gonna hit the guy if I can.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Roll damage.
Party
Hit
do
him?
we have here?
Yeah.
Don't know. It's just bad.
8.
I would rather use my time to avoid these people.
Alright. So the front person's down. A few of them seem to halted.
Alright,
Okay,
let's
Frost.
keep running. We don't want to fight.
And the
them.
noise rings out across the nearly
I
silent
want to
area.
Scare them and run.
And you hear more calls further away.
Just, why don't you tell them where we're located? Can you shoot up a flare for us?
I can do
Oh
that.
yeah, we got one of those.
Actually, I
Bard?
do. I toss a thunderclap. Wait, no, that doesn't work. It's at our location only. I was like, you could use redirection kind of thing, make large noises somewhere else.
Wait. Can you calm them down with your music?
You just shot a guy. It's not gonna work.
Darn it!
Okay. So
We're not
what we could do-
rappers.
What we could do is if no one can see us, we can dive into a house here and put everyone there to sleep.
He just shot the person.
And
I was
correct-
like,
I say
correction, I killed a
just run to,
person.
let's just run to the tower,
Yeah.
try and find an entrance, see if they follow us in. If they try and follow us in, then we can try the sleep spell.
Or I
Okay.
can
They paused when I killed one of them. Let's keep going. Don't stop.
All right,
That's true.
keep going. I'm thinking running is a good
Yeah,
option
keep going.
right now.
Yeah, it's only running's an option then.
If they went down with a single hit, I mean, they're not even goblins.
They're 8. He did 8
I did
damage.
8 points of damage.
I don't know that. I know nothing about the damage that you did.
Fair enough.
Maybe I saw him get hit in the center of the chest or something, a big hole, and then like, okay, but
Well, the head exploded, or okay, nice shot. That's good.
Cleok is running towards the statue. Towards the
Kayak
entrance.
is flying towards the statue.
Is he flying or is he running?
I'm running.
You're running. Dang bird, you can fly faster than that.
We don't
Alright.
got more attention.
Well, I got freaking
Okay.
shot down by everybody when I said I was going to fly last time.
Hey, that's
You can
fine.
still
You do
fly.
whatever you want to.
You do you. If you die, you die.
You do, Cleok. Let's move on. So,
All right.
what should we be rolling if we're
Faster than
running?
every single one of you.
Acrobatics and athletics are the two that would be used.
4. Okay. What?
Well, can I pick which one? Or do I have to roll both?
I assume it's a choice. He didn't
You
say
can
that-
use either, and you need to describe how you're doing so. Basically, you can use any skill you want if you can make an excuse as how you're using.
I will use my acrobatics to weave between any objects or crowd or whatever.
I'm using my dwarven strength to beeline.
Huh.
Being weirded out by the lack of wind and being faster than all these other people anyway, I am deftly going over and weaving my way through the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I mean, basically, what makes the most sense is instead of just a raw run, is a deft, picking the right path with some acrobatics. So while I might be able to perform while doing it, I don't think I'm gonna waste the effort of doing that. And I don't think that'll particularly help me get there faster.
Yeah. And I have to
Now-
use acrobatics weave.
If I was
It's
really,
possible.
really good at hand flips, apparently I could run faster with performance, but I'm not. That'd be. I can't even make believe that.
Think Piccolo. Think Piccolo. Think Piccolo.
I will not get ridiculous. I still did fine. What did you do, L4? Wow, 12. What's
Yeah,
it, 0?
Well,
He didn't roll anything.
He rolled 1.
He just double clicked.
well, I did the first roll is 12, and then the other, yeah. So, so
I believe that's everyone.
All right. So
slow as
let's see. We have a 19, 12, 19, 16. Good. 11.
Leave him behind.
Much better than last time.
Yeah.
So, describe how you're doing this a little bit. Let's get a little flavor in here.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume that there are all sorts of. There's a direct path, but there's probably, slightly more parkour ways of getting through.
Indeed.
And I'm going to follow those with acrobatics, jumping over tables where necessary, going through a tent pole instead of around it, that kind of thing. Not through the pole.
Okay.
Not quite that incorporeal, but
I mean, I shouted out a warning to them. Then I fired and shot their leader. Then I slung the thunder cannon over my back and just started running towards the tower.
just,
Okay.
I
See the others.
tried using my monk training to find a path that would, that I felt like I could easily vault over and traverse my way around easily, while the mob would have much bigger trouble actually keeping up with.
Okay.
just trying to find a way as quickly as possible to get there. If it jump over an obstacle, do it. Let's go.
Probably, Cleoc, with your ability to vault around, you could, like, jump off of something and do a single, like, wing beat.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be really cool.
So the group winds up dividing into two, where those who are doing their more fanciful steps break off one way, and those charging straight forward go a different way. You eventually get to the door at the same time, though. Given your different aspects of traversing, you pick the right path for yourself.
That's good.
Now the door's probably locked.
You get here, it's a jagged metal cave or entrance. It's kind of like a tube that has some stairs in there. You guys head up?
Yep.
Might as well.
Yes, and before we head up, we observe have people stopped running towards us?
Nope. However, there does look like there's a portcullis or something on the inside of this tube or doorway.
Find the way to close it.
Way to close it.
While he's
Okay.
examining, wait, how close are they?
Would it be perception to
You-
see how to close it?
Investigation.
Investigation. You guys rolled well enough that they're a little bit ways behind most of you.
Okay, investigating to find the way to close it.
Okay.
Those are mine.
No, are they within the range of spells, though? That's what I'm asking.
They're getting there. Yeah, they are. However, Yanaven and Ryu usher you all inside, and they trigger the portcullis down. So you at least know it's going to take them some while to get through. You're now inside the building.
Before I close, I'm probably gonna cast a firebolt out near the crowd area towards them.
Seriously. Why are you hurting people?
Hey, can you light some?
We don't have to kill
Like-
them. There's enough death.
So,
Here.
Talon, what's your alignment?
What's my alignment? Neutral.
Talon.
Let's see.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
Roll, if you want to, you can roll your attack if you'd like.
Okay.
are you actually trying
Who did
to
I
hit?
sign on with?
Are you actually trying to hit them, or are you trying
No,
to miss them?
I'm aiming near the
Eldritch
ground.
Blast.
You said at them. At them does usually mean hit them. Yanaven did say towards them, which is why I asked if he was trying to hit them or not.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast doesn't catch things on fire, right?
No.
Okay,
It's
then
force
I'll
damage.
continue up the
Things on
stairs.
fire when you want it to.
It's like, Yanaven, what's your alignment?
Chaotic good. I heard these people were bad.
Yeah, but is everyone on the planet worthy of death?
Yes. No, just
I
kidding.
mean, is everyone worthy of life?
Okay, we are not having philosophy here.
Let's go. We're running out of time, people.
Let's go, go.
So I actually do, approach Yanovan and say, was that really necessary to kill him? To shoot him?
Rio is climbing the stairs.
I didn't think he was that squishy.
Okay.
I meant to wean him and wound him. Didn't mean to kill him completely.
All right.
Well, whatever your
let's
weapon
head
is,
out.
you could have fired over his head. Or
Guys.
something.
I wanted to stop them and they paused.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
That was actually if I hadn't even hit anyone.
Well,
That would have been a hit if you're trying to hit.
Well, I fired it directly nearby coming out, so. How
Yeah.
close were they?
They were still a couple steps behind. So, I mean, if you did it quickly, you could miss them or you could hit them. It's kind of
Yeah.
determines what you feel like doing.
I wanted shock and awe so they back off and stop following. I don't think they've ever seen a thunder cannon before.
I know that's what you're doing, which is why I didn't say your alignment before. I thought I knew your alignment just for its verifying. But Talon was saying turn around and kill one in more cold blood than you did.
Yeah, we've gotten to safety, but just one last murder.
That's why I said something.
Okay, 3 damage.
Okay. Person singed. And you see that it was the guy that Yonovan had hit, had gotten back up and was being helped by his friends, and you just killed him.
He was limping along, maimed for life, but no longer maimed. He's dead.
What?
Talon, do you get an interesting dark pleasure feeling due to doing this?
Interesting.
We may need to investigate your race here if you keep along the path. Upwards the stairs you go.
Oh my gosh.
So
I forgot what you were.
What race is he?
I grumble and say
Blessed of the light?
Oh gosh.
so.
It
So I
turns out he's
grumble
actually a demon.
aloud and say, "Some saviors we are, huh?"
That is probably
I
something.
say this in a very serious tone.
Well, let's go.
Cleok, you can definitely hear the aspects of Cookie agreeing with you on that, apparently. The others, not the same amount.
I shrug.
Very well, let's go.
I'm gonna let him die.
Well, you guys.
Alright.
The top.
You now see this map before you. You come into a hall. Where do you go?
Follow the hall.
Go for it. Lead yourselves away.
Well, first off, is this
Stealth.
hallway lit?
No.
Light.
Okay.
Sure you want light?
Do I need to roll passively for sensing traps?
Okay, who?
You would roll if you're checking.
Well, I assume we're at least keeping an eye out for it.
How
So,
dark is it at the moment?
Perception?
Yes.
Who doesn't have night vision?
All the
Leon
humans.
I'm a mountain dwarf. I'm used to tunneling, guys. This is my native
So I
path.
have night vision. So, Cookie,
Yeah,
you need to be able to see.
yeah. I would like to lead, unless someone else would like to lead.
Go for it.
You have something that you want lit up so you can lead with?
Yeah.
What?
Like
Do
my
the-
instrument.
Do the
Light.
walls look reflective?
No.
Okay, so the light doesn't look like it's gonna bounce down the corners and
No.
fall
It's
down.
very rusted, dingy metal. So you see the background. It's like that, but rusted.
I look down
Which is
this-
part of why I said this one's perfect for tonight.
Do I see anything down the long hallway?
Nothing. Except some scratch marks.
Scratch marks. Look at it. What do I see?
It almost looks like a talon or something scratched it.
Oh boy.
Great. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
I investigate from the back.
Talon, what's your AC?
15.
Okay. Yonovan? Dex save.
Dex save? Oh, that's just not right. I don't have... That's just straight dex for me. Fudge. I'll rotate. 13.
You duck as a cat goes flying over and hits,
Freaking hate cats.
winds up hitting Talon,
Does it look like my
but
cat?
it's not able to actually make damage to Talon, and then disappears.
What?
Does it look like my cat or a different cat?
You tell me. It kind of just appears and disappears.
Ah, cool.
I turn around and say, "What the hell was that? I thought I heard something."
There,
Looked like,
goat.
looked like a kitty cat.
What?
Did I see anything?
The talon marks, you'd have to roll perception. The talon marks that you saw were much bigger than a cat would make.
15 total.
Yeah, you're able to catch the fact that you hear wow, and a cat basically attack.
I pretend like nothing happened because I know it's going to come back if I say anything.
Okay, guys.
That was kind of cool.
Cats do not. No, there's no cool about a cat attacking you. There's no cool. Let's keep going. But I'm not scared of a cat.
Depends on what the cat's. Yeah.
There appears to be a branch here. Boat guys,
Indeed.
wanna keep going or take a turn?
Always go right.
Yep, always right.
I'm good with that.
You mosey on down the hall. You do see a door up ahead.
Oh, that's my
Your
Well,
cue.
check to see if
Donovan?
it's locked first, or trapped, then locked, then.
I also try and hear if there's
Foot.
anything behind the door.
Can I ready an action for right as he opens the door?
It's a portcullis, so you can actually see through the bars.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Is it lit beyond the bars?
No. Have you see a bunch of scraggy hay and straw?
Fire?
Oh boy.
No, stop with fire. Investigate first. Burn later.
Cool.
What does it smell like?
You've heard of termite nests and other insect nests. It smells like that.
Hmm.
Look for a way to open the portcullis.
It's fairly easy. You're able to find it quickly and able to get it up and open.
All right,
ready
guys.
for
Am I supposed to be seeing those things?
No, but Cookie, you now see a beast staring at you. Roll initiative.
Guys, beast. Finish. Ah.
hey, Nate, you didn't answer my question if I could ready an action for when they open the gate.
Yes, you could have.
What action?
Sorry.
Okay, I would have readied a spell that gives me a defensive boost.
Okay, you're just gonna cast a defensive boost as soon as we open the gate. Okay.
I'm gonna do that for every single door, probably.
You have a cantrip. Not a bad idea.
Cantrip, yeah. Alright.
Wow. Go
Blade
initiative.
Ward.
Okay.
Oh, should roll an ish.
With that, ready the spells. Do anything for initiative or no? Not really.
No. It would be a free thing for a cantrip that's sort of a kind of a way to abuse the system.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about it.
If it's a door that he can know is going to be open and can pre-anticipate it, I'll allow it. Doesn't mean that's always going to be the case.
Obviously, only when we are opening the door and when I know how it's opening.
So, guys, I got an 18. What kind of initiative y'all got?
6.
Okay, Cleonk is at 8.
Wait, initiative's on the.
I guess I did okay. 11.
It's gonna be your dex.
Ah, dang.
Dex bonus plus d20.
So I got.
You have Jack of all trades yet, Cookie?
I am the jack of all trades. No, you get that like
13.
level or something.
No, you don't. You get it like second or third.
Yeah, it's like second or third.
Yeah, I got a 13. That's it. Dang.
Okay. My bad. Whatever.
I hear you on that one.
Cleok, what was yours?
8.
Well, I don't
Cookie,
know.
how many did you see?
How many do I see? I
And
see
Cookie's
3.
first. Cookie got an
Okay.
18.
So Cookie sees 3. 13.
And then I'm 11.
Rio's at 6.
Okay. Is it my turn then? Where'd they go?
Give me just a second. I'm checking. Cookie, you're up.
Okay. So Cookie's gonna go up here and Thunder Wave.
Gosh. I guess I'm not
Okay.
keeping quiet.
Well, if they didn't know we weren't out there before, they definitely know we're here now.
Well,
And so does
yeah.
everyone else.
I guess I won't use my hand axe then. Jeez.
Well, guys, is that a bad idea?
Done now.
We don't know yet, but you know.
Well, yeah. I don't learn. Okay.
Okay, moving on.
So, what are you doing?
You either learn from your mistakes or die from them.
Thunder Wave. 1 second. I think it's 2d8. Yep, 2d8. Con save for half.
All right.
Please roll good. Please roll good. Yeah, something.
And what is it? Con save of what, DC?
Doop, 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 doop.
25.
13. And if they fail, they get blown back 10 feet and prone.
Okay.
That works.
And that was, you said 9 damage?
Yes.
Save for half, I think.
Yeah.
Did we get a description of these things?
Take a look at them.
They are what they look like. Okay.
Yeah. That's the closest I could get to what they are, and it actually fits very well.
So,
Wait.
Zerg.
No.
Are these big squares 5 feet, or are these smaller squares inside of this big squares 5 feet?
The smaller squares are 2.5 feet, so for ease of sight, the big square is 5 feet.
Okay.
I'm done.
That way it makes life a little bit easier for everyone.
Okay.
All right, so Talon?
Second. Okay, I'm looking at them, right?
You can't move your guy still, right, Talon?
Yeah. Move my guy in there.
Okay, you can see him. Now what?
I'm willing to just actually see if I can tell what they are. It's a might be able to tell if they
something.
knowledge. Because if they're undead, something that I might have dealt with in the books. I bet.
You've never dealt with these things. You're not sure what they are.
I shout out, kill it with fire.
I'll hit the.
By the way, when Cookie's Thunder Blast hit, you heard it kind of reverberate around and kind of make like a nice gong noise.
Did I hear any responses to it?
Rare frost.
Nothing yet that you can hear. Ray of Frost to the one in the front.
Yeah.
All right.
I never thought of these as weaknesses before, but dang it. Wow.
Oh,
14.
That's
You don't have. Is Ray Frost is a attack from you, right?
yeah. So it's 19.
19 hits.
Okay. Uh,
And the halls and everything are kind of like an ovalish shape, not circle, which is kind of an odd thing.
Is
so
the roof
six
flat or
six
concave
damage
or
full.
matching the curve?
It's ovalish side walls, but the ceiling and floor are flat-ish. And what'd you say you get there, Talon?
6.
6? Okay.
Yes. And scoot back a little bit.
All right, Donovan, you're up. Since Talon's done.
I slide in. I don't know which one he hit because I hadn't come around the corner yet. So I'm just going to shoot the one that's closest.
One of them
Okay.
is laying down. So you know which one I hit. Well,
Well,
However,
The one in the back is laying down.
laying down does also mean disadvantage on ranged attacks.
I'm shooting the one that's closest to me that's standing up still.
Right.
Alright.
I think that might hit.
oh wow.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, if 19 hit, then yeah.
5 damage to the closest one.
All right. Anything else for you, Donovan?
I reload and I step back into the hallway, turn to the next guy and say, "There's 2. Hit 1. There's another behind him."
He moved Talon.
And are you staying there, Donovan?
I
You moved back.
in the hallway
Okay.
and told the next guy that.
So you're blocking his path?
Well, it's 5-foot squares you can move past people.
Yeah, you can squeeze.
Fine, I'll stand behind Talon then.
Okay.
Using
Behind
him
me.
for cover.
All right. So that was Donovan. Cleok, you're up.
Well, these guys fucked on their initiative. 5, 10,
Yeah, they rolled like you guys did on your stealth checks.
That's awesome.
25, 30, 35. I'm gonna stab a guy with a spear. Two-handed.
Sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Ooh.
I think that misses.
Just misses. And then I try and use my bonus action to throw a roundhouse kick.
Okay. He's able to take the hit and it just kind of bounces off his carapace.
Alright.
Wait,
I'm done. I'm not going anywhere.
bounces off him?
I did no
Great.
damage. I didn't land a clean blow, so I did no damage. That ends my turn.
Yep. Ryu?
This is gonna be interesting.
Okay, so damage or defensive?
Damage. We want to
Safe
take them
bet.
down and move on.
it's the best defense is a good offense.
Okay. Can I look at them real quick to see if they're bloodied?
Yeah. They look like they're bugs. Ish.
So I
Something.
squashed a few. Sorry, what were you saying?
They look like they're bugs-ish or something.
So I've squashed enough bugs. Do I know that they look like they're, missing some limbs or beat up or bleeding or anything else?
Nothing in particular, no.
Okay, so they look like they might be pretty tough. Okay.
Don't look like they're really showing too much of what they've taken.
Shoot.
You weren't in there to see how good the hits were on them, but they took a couple hits and aren't really showing anything.
Yeah. Okay. So
Besides, one of
actually,
them's on the ground. That's the only thing. you
can I make it there? I don't think I could actually make it there. So, I'll just do Eldritch Blast then. The one that's closest that's fighting Cleok.
Okay. Your roll is
1 sec. I had to check what my bonus was so that I did it right. 11.
Cleok. This purplish energy bolt goes flying past your head and strikes the wall.
It wasn't that bad of a roll.
No, but I mean, they are in melee combat next to each other. A slight miss would be like right next to Cleok.
No, I'm shooting diagonal to him, but yeah, okay, I'm done.
All right.
This is the part where I die. It's nice knowing you all.
Now it's their turn. First off, let's see here. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we ran in such a hurry. I think to be cautious. I know what I could have done this time. I could have waited until the moment they started to move and cast sleep.
If it would have worked on them.
Well, absolutely. After you all had taken pot shots, it was my best possible chance.
Cookie pinged you something if you can take a look at it.
Right.
It might not have worked on them.
This guy jumps upright and jumps straight to the ceiling and disappears as he does so.
What?
Great!
Do people here travel through walls? The cat did.
Yeah, can you that just a little bit further? I mean, or do we need to roll a perception check to see if our eyes are deceiving us?
You
Who's
can
the
try.
lightest in our group?
I'm just putting him off there. That's not actually where he is. He's off there because you don't see him.
Wait, but how did he jumped up and just disappeared from view? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Who's the lightest in our
As
group?
he jumped, his image kind of just like faded. And then you heard some noises on the ceiling.
So image faded as in like invisibility or something?
Probably.
Is there
As
dust on the
opposed to
ground?
disappearing into the shadows.
Probably.
Thunderwave.
Great.
That one is going to hit Talon. Let's see, there's that and that. Talon, I need... Oh, if hits. So let's see if it hits you first. What's your AC, Talon?
15.
Sorry, not Talon. Cleok.
I want to know what you rolled first. It's 16.
Okay. Congratulations, they missed with the first one. They hit with the second.
Okay. Mr. DM is rolling dice.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
It slashed at you and bit at you.
Did I get hit with a slash or the bite? Out of curiosity.
Did what? Oh, you got hit by this claw, this slash.
Okay.
And it leaves a nice mark on you, similar to the one you saw in the hall.
Good.
Great.
Okay. I could have figured that out. You know. Carry on.
Okay. Add 1 damage to that, by the way. Sorry. His claws start and his teeth start shimmering a bluish color.
I'm dead now from the one. It hurts slightly more.
And the one behind is going to go for Ryu. And as it moves closer to you, its image is kind of like shifting. It's not in a static position. It's just like fuzzy. What's your AC?
16.
Ryu? Okay, so that one missed. Tried biting you and missed. And hit on the other. It does 2 damage.
Okay. So I'm going to do Hellish Rebuke, which is a reaction.
Okay.
Oh, I need to clear that. Okay, 10 damage.
Ten damage on the one that hit you. Okay. Alright, that's them. So we're back to the top. Cookie.
1 second.
Yep. Not a problem. And I appreciate your help on that.
I know nothing.
I know. And I appreciate that. However, it was caught in the recording.
Okay, not useful. Okay. I currently see 2 combatants.
You saw one disappear, and you see the other 2 there. One's kind of fuzzy, and one has its teeth and claws glowing a bluish color.
Okay, guys. Can I see this corner down here?
Yes, you can see that there is a closed door there.
Okay. That is important, and unfortunately, Rio, you are within the realm of effect.
And that is a metal door.
Okay. This point basically marks a 20-foot radius. Okay. That point. Now, that means that up from here, 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 here is going to be under the effects of sleep.
Ryu.
So it'll affect anyone in there, even if they're invisible.
Correct.
You cut out for a little bit, at least for me.
I'm casting Sleep, Rio. You are in the area of effect, and hopefully you have more hit points than they do. Or this could be bad.
Wait, sleep takes HP?
It starts affecting the weakest ones.
And how much do you have?
There's a radius, right? So the question is, am I within the circle of it? Okay.
We don't do circles. We do squares.
Don't be a circle, be a square.
It's only 15. So it may do nothing, but I had to try it.
How much HP do you have, Ryu?
Oh, please no.
Wait, How much HP do I have?
Yes.
Current hit.
After damage, I have 16.
Nothing happens.
Huh.
It
Well,
affects the lowest first.
yep. Well then.
Are you done, Cookie?
Yes.
Talon, you're up.
Okay, I've got a clear shot at the one at the blue. So
My
Ray of
talents
Frost.
are not so good. I can make music. That's all I can do.
And good food.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. That's alright.
16 hit.
16 hits.
This Ray of Frost again.
1d8. Cold. So 4
Slows
damage.
them by 10 feet.
Yeah.
So it's 4 cold damage to, you said the closest one? The one fighting Cleok?
The one with the blue.
Okay.
Cleok, yeah.
Yep. Okay. He's looking like he's taking a little bit of a hit. Anything else, or are you done?
I'm done.
Donovan.
So we can see him again.
He's always been visible.
Great.
Oh, the third one?
Third one's
Yeah,
invisible.
The one that disappeared on the seal. Whatever.
That's where he was asking.
Alright.
Yeah.
Poke this one. With the
Okay.
dirt that's on the end of my thunder cannon.
That one looks a little bit fuzzy.
That one's
So,
a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, make your attack.
So, at disadvantage.
Yep.
Wait. Okay. It's fuzzy.
Four.
What?
I didn't need to roll the second one. I rolled terribly. Shut up.
No, I got error script. Error script.
Oh. My d20 was a 2. My mod was a 2. I got a 4 on the first one.
Okay.
The next one was a 6 and a 2. But it doesn't
Excellent.
matter 'cause it's the lowest.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I
Alright.
just didn't even look at it until I saw the second one. I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah, so you miss. So that means we are back to Cleok.
Well, I'm going to try this spear thing again and try and roll higher than a 1.
Wait.
Sounds good.
He's flanked. Does that even the roll?
He's not flanked.
There's Rio next to him. So
Flanked.
What does 24 do?
Flanked is perpendicular. Opposite sides.
Does a 24 hit
Yes, it does.
2 more over.
for 8 damage?
Excellent.
Bonus
If you wanted to
action,
move
I'm
to flanking,
going to stomp his foot.
Yeah, he's not looking so good.
That is 5.
That hits.
How does a 23 do? It also hits.
You do your jump circle kick and nail him in the head.
4 damage.
Really? Only 4?
Only 4.
It was like a.
He's barely hanging in there.
I'm done.
Alright. Rayo?
huh. Let's see. If I cast Eldritch Blast directly at him, does that do anything because it's a spell?
The guy in front of you? You're in melee with him unless you have Warcaster, you have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Then I will dodge.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, I don't really want to move.
No, that's fine. Just making sure.
Actually, I'll move here, and that way I'll dodge. That way it's closer to flanking him. But now I'm dodging and I'm done.
Okay. That our turn. Cleoc, what was your AC again? Sorry, I'm terrible at remembering.
23. 16.
So yeah, the 19 hits. Make a con save if you would be so kind.
I'm not very good at those.
Well, it's not too high, but let's hope it doesn't, hurt you too much.
Yeah, I fail.
What'd you roll? A 2?
Nat 1.
Oh. Cleoc, you are now poisoned, and you're paralyzed.
Oh, good.
You can do another save at next turn, and you take 2 damage from him biting you as you feel this lovely poison curse through your veins.
Okay.
Luckily he misses with your claws while he does so. He focused too much on the bite.
Well, I'm glad you decided not to do the claw after the bite, because then that would have been an advantage.
Yeah, it would make more realistically to do so, since technically that's kind of the way the rules work, but I like the idea that he slashes at you with the claws and bites at the same time, thematically. So I went with that.
Okay.
I detect poison. Huh.
Great. Great.
You all see Cleoc kind of just freeze up with the bite that he gets. And Cleoc, in your mind you hear, "Oh, tasty treat. We'll eat it."
I would say something and scream, but I'm paralyzed, so I can't do that.
Ryu, what's your AC?
It's 16.
My AC is 16, and I'm dodging.
All right. So they both miss. Congratulations.
Huh.
Talon, what's your AC?
Well, we're dead.
16. Is he right there? Is that what he's doing?
No, he pops down there and his visage shimmers.
Great.
Cookie, you're up.
All right. Who looks the most injured of these?
The one.
Certainly me.
You're saying of your
Most injured
teammates
bad
or of the bad guys?
The one by the dwarf.
Of the bugs, the one in front of Cleoc.
That one?
Because I failed to kill him with my
That one's the most hurt. Like,
Cleoc, how hurt are you?
10 of 18.
Yeah.
I mean...
I'll give Cookie the benefit of the doubt and say he can kind of get some visual cue that you're slightly above half health.
Well, I say, because we can do stuff like that.
And how did you get there?
Yeah, and why there?
And if you
And through you.
I would move here for one. So
And if you move there, congratulations, you get an opportunity attack.
I've never left his threatened space.
You do leave the other one. If you move through Rio's space...
Yes, I do want to walk through Cleoc.
Okay, I asked for a reason.
And end up there.
You're gonna end up there? I thought you said you wanted to move up one.
Yes.
Does it count as flanking if I'm paralyzed?
John, why are
No.
you on the other side? You would be flanking with me.
Shush.
Flanking requires them to be threatened. If he's paralyzed, he's not really threatening.
But he doesn't know. Wait, does
If you're trying to do
I
a
know.
spell,
Cookie would probably not realize that he's not.
No, he would because he sees Cleoc kind of not move, which
I
Cleoc
can't
is one that
is
tends to
Cleoc
move.
prone from the paralyzed, or just like
No.
a statue?
Just more like a statue.
So 17 to hit.
That hits. Why'd you roll twice?
Advantage for flanking.
Right.
But you don't get it though.
I do.
He does. He flanked with Ryu.
Sorry, I didn't see Ryu with the.
It's fine. How do you want to do it?
I stab him with the rapier. Waha! You foul beast. Or not even a beast, are you? Whatever.
You guys see Cookie slash with his rapier upwards, and it goes right through the creature's head, and you see a little bit of, just a little speck of brain matter pop out of its head as the blade follows it. And it slumps over.
Slashing with a rapier, you're bold.
Why?
Well, I tried to put people to sleep and that didn't work. And I brought down maybe the whole dungeon on us with the thunder. So I'm kind of using a sword right now.
That would
I
mean
was
Talon's
joking.
turn.
A rapier's a piercing weapon, not a slashing weapon.
Well, you know, one does what he has to.
Wait. What? Oh, and this.
Talon, it's your
Rapier
turn.
is all about stabbing.
It's okay. Let's let it go.
Considering I'm right here, am I actually in his attack range?
You mean the one standing right behind you? Yes. Yes, you are.
If you're within 5 feet of him, you're in.
I'm right here.
You're right there,
Right now.
and he's right next to you.
Okay, is he where he is right now?
Yes.
Yes.
You saw him appear and his image shimmer. And he's right behind you.
You can disengage if you want, but you'll waste your action. Or stabby.
Firebolt.
From you have disadvantage to do that. I see.
Why?
Disadvantage on melee
Spell.
range. Mm-hmm.
And ranged have disadvantage in melee. Do you happen to have shocking grasp?
Shocking grasp.
Yeah, that's the only melee spell.
Yep.
I know.
I have thunder wave.
I mean, that works. We've already tried that. You can blast him with that if you want.
Why ring the dinner bell once when you can ring it twice?
Disengage.
Ding 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 ding. Come and get it, boys!
You can try a firebolt.
If you do what?
You can try to firebolt, but it will be hard to hit. You can back up and let him swing at you, and then firebolt with regular to hit.
Or you could disengage and come stand by us where you have safety in numbers.
Your choice. You can hit it with, well, yeah, Thunder Wave if you want. With
Please
whatever.
don't Thunderwave.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
What are we doing, Talon?
I can acrobatics to try to roll away out of his range.
Nope. So if you're moving, you're taking a good slash, which technically, since you rolled that, it means you are moving.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to take a slash at you.
Okay.
You should have just disengaged. It guarantees you to get away.
Yeah.
He hit. Roll a con save.
Ugh. Con.
Cleoc, do you know anything about a con save?
You need to roll better than 1. I mean,
Exactly. Okay. You take 2 damage, but are able to shrug off the effects of the poison.
Okay.
Alright, that makes Yonovan, you're up.
Not
Oh wait,
quite.
you wanted to... Yeah, you still can go.
what was the initial D20?
The initial was he was trying to do acrobatics to avoid an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Right.
Were you going to do anything else, Talon, or you passing to Yonovan? Okay. Yonovan, you can start going, because I think you two are
Is the guy
focusing on
still
different...
Shimmery?
He is still shimmery.
Alright, I'm gonna move so I'm flanking, so it's a flat roll.
Okay, 15 to hit on the guy.
Roll again. You have disadvantage. He's shimmering.
Which one?
Both.
Roll the same for the 2. It's the opposite of advantage.
It's called disadvantage.
And it really sucks.
So still 15.
Yonovan, you missed. And yes, Talon, that was 17, so the 15's the lower you hit.
Okay.
We found out the AC.
Missed by 1, dadgum it.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Slightly. I also find it slightly amusing.
3.
Alright. So it is now Cleoc's turn. Cleoc, you want to roll a save?
Mm-hmm.
That succeeds. So you're no longer paralyzed.
Nice job.
Cookie, what is the rules for poison? Is it 1 point of damage, or what is the actual effect? Can you check that?
Being poisoned isn't continuing damage. It's a disadvantaged state.
Okay.
Let me look it up for you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
It gives you disadvantage.
Rio, you're up.
Okay.
Disadvantage on what? Cookie? Okay.
Disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks. Dang.
There you go, Cleoc.
I'm still poisoned even though I saved?
Yes. The save was against paralysis, not against the poison portion. The poison is for a minute.
Okay, well, I missed with my Eldritch Blast again.
You'd have disadvantage twice doing Eldritch Blast at point blank range.
Why disadvantage twice, especially when he's at we have
Doesn't
flanking, so he should.
It doesn't matter. Melee, a ranged attack into melee when someone's in melee with you is a disadvantage. He's blurring, so it's disadvantage. However, it's just disadvantage because of that.
No, sir.
Yeah.
If he has advantage, it is straight normal. No matter how many advantages and disadvantages there are, it cancels out.
But he's
I have
shooting
advantage
ranged
flanking.
into melee. Does that not supersede, since it states
No.
you
Could
always
12
have disadvantage?
disadvantages.
He could have a 9th level spell, and it can be countered by someone else, foresight can be countered by flanking. So there's, I mean, they don't really have scaling in the system.
I have to check that because I think they said whichever has the most. Like if you have two you can only impose one disadvantage, but if you have disadvantage, disadvantage, advantage, then it's still disadvantage. I thought. I was pretty sure I saw that.
I will look it up, but either
But,
way, I missed.
Yeah,
so
I'll leave it for now.
continue on.
Yeah. So their turn. Cleoc, sorry.
I'm ready to die.
You're the closest.
Hurry up and kill
Your
me.
teammates aren't very nice.
Please kill me.
Actually,
I'm ready-
yeah, you're still the closest.
My armor class is still 16. I'm not gonna lie this time.
Well, he hit you with a bite again.
Okay.
And with the claws.
I rolled a nat 1 on my con save. Again.
You are poisoned and frozen again. And you take 6 damage from the bite. And 6 damage from the claws.
Well, I'm unconscious. Anyway.
You guys see Cleoc like freeze up again and fall over. Or as he falls over.
Well, he's no longer paralyzed.
Okay, so I found it in the book 73 of the Standard Player's Handbook. If circumstances cause a roll to have both advantage and disadvantage, you're considered to have neither of them. This is even true if multiple circumstances impose disadvantage and only one grants advantage, or vice versa. In such situations, you have neither advantage nor disadvantage.
Alright.
You can finish me off now, and I can reroll a new
Let's
character.
see. And
Get the
Donovan.
blue guy right
No.
there.
Donovan, you missed, so he's going to leave you alone. He's going to go for Ryu, who's hit him one.
Oh no, I was talking about the guy that said just finish him off.
Technically, I'm right next to him. So.
Ryu, what's your AC?
Who was he hitting?
Ryu?
Me,
He had
16.
Okay, so he missed with the bite, but he hit with the claws.
He would also wait. Yeah, okay, never mind.
DM, who's he actually hitting?
Rio.
You take 3 damage. Cleoc, how are they rolling minimum damage on everyone but you?
Well, I think this is DM bias at its worst.
Hey, it's recorded. You can review it if you want, man.
Okay.
Hey, so I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke again because this guy is really annoying.
Okay.
11 damage.
Awesome. Well done.
Dex.
What are you trying to do, James?
Cookie, you're up.
He moved past me to attack.
No, he didn't.
Why did he have to move? He's already able to.
No one moved past you.
No, he had to move past me to hit him.
No, he
Yes,
didn't.
he did.
You moved.
Huh?
You
Nobody
moved. So when he moved, there was no one blocking him, so he
Wait,
moved to attack the
where did
nearest
he
person.
move?
He moved
Which one
after
me?
you. He moved after you and moved to attack the nearest person, which was Cleoc.
And
I'm
I
just
stayed
looking
on
at
my
the
tier.
board. You are where you are. Are you not where you are, James? Is that the problem?
Okay. Which
Because-
is my
Okay, James. Hold
yes.
the red arrows.
That's you. If that's not where you're supposed to be, we don't know that.
Okay.
That's where you
so,
show as.
So all we have to do is operate on what we can see, and it looks legit.
Okay, I can't move my character, so that's kind of a
Okay.
Can you do the arrow thingy?
yeah.
So whenever you're moving, just put the arrow where you want us to move your character to.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll probably have to just leave it the way it is right here because
Yep.
it's too hard to do anything else. Sorry.
Because I'd moved here, I'd put my arrow, so I could hit him.
Okay. Well,
And that's
we'll fix it next time. You're gonna be up here in just a moment. So Cookie, go, and then Talon, it's your turn after Cookie. Let's get this wrapped up. We need to call it a night.
Healing on Mr. Unconscious there.
Okay.
You get 10 health, sir.
Does he still have the poison?
I'm assuming I'm still paralyzed.
Paralyzed, probably not. Paralyzed is not an effect that usually carries, but poison is.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're probably poisoned. You would be diseased if you had any, but I think that's the only things that can carry.
Yeah. Basically, permanent effects, I believe, carry over, like poison and disease, things that are status like that. But
Instead of being flipped over, I'm on the ground now.
yep.
Yay.
All right. Anything else, Cookie? You done?
That's all I can effectively do.
Talon, you're up. Yanovan, you're next.
Hey, look, you're ranged. You can shoot him now.
Yeah. Let's see. $16 hits. The frost.
Yep.
Is he still shimmering?
I believe so. Let me check. How much damage was it?
I didn't roll.
Would you ping which one are you attacking?
His shimmer goes away.
The one that you're by his feet.
Okay.
5 damage. Excellent. Yanovan, you're up. Because I believe Talon's done.
Stabby, stab, stab. Nope. Wow. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner now.
That's disappointing, man.
It's getting really annoying.
Cleoc, you're up. You want to stand up and stab the guy?
Hey,
I can only
don't
shoot
yell about
civilians.
annoying. I am woozy from poison and being unconscious and being paralyzed, so I take a defensive stance.
All right.
It ends.
So that means Rio, you are up.
That wall is good.
The wall is what?
10 to hit.
A 10 to hit. Yeah, that's decorating the wall next to Yanovan. All right, Cleoc, you are dodging.
I am dodging.
Actually, yeah, he's gonna do that. He starts shimmering again, the one in front of you, Cleoc.
Okay.
Wait, is it this one here or the other one? That's shimmering.
The one in front of
The blue hand one. He's shimmering.
blue hand one is dead. This one is shimmering, and then this one is also shimmering, as far as I know.
Well, congratulations, gents. They all whiffed you.
Yay!
Kleok, he goes for you and he's like, miss, miss. And he goes for Ryu and miss, miss. Yanovan, you're not seeming too threatening to him, so he's focusing on Ryu.
I mean, they look nicer than the civilians that were chasing us. They haven't hurt me at all.
Wow.
Maybe not threatening.
Cookie, you're up.
I'm up already. Okay. Well,
Talon, get ready. You're up next.
then I'm going to walk my way around this guy so I can stabby him. Oh, it's a straight roll?
He's shimmering again.
He's shimmering, so it's a straight roll. But you had a 12. Was the first roll. Yeah. So we'll go with that.
Plus, it's a 2 hit. 4. So
That hits.
16.
Hits. Alright.
Stabby, stabby. I'm done.
It's still standing.
They're both still standing.
It's still standing. Yeah.
Roll
Wow,
for
dang.
performance.
Wow.
We probably
Dang.
need to roll again because he's shimmering.
He is shimmering. He is shimmering.
It's either the 24 or the 24 on that disadvantage.
That works. So you hit.
Impressive. Most impressive.
And I take max hit. Dang.
Nice.
And I go.
Your dice.
That was nice dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Alright,
ready
so
to
that's your
roll
turn.
one on a con save again.
Yanovan, you're up. Kleok, you're next.
I don't
The one in
think it's
the one in
possible
front
to
of you is
hit
looking
those
pretty bad.
illusions.
I don't know. Kleok has a good bit of blood on him right now after that last hit.
He's faking it. I can feel it.
Just because they are illusions doesn't mean they're not real too.
Was that a 12 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, Yanovan, I am sorry, dude. Ryu, you're up.
Okay, I'll just take some
Er,
of the shoulder.
Not my
No,
turn.
Kleok.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Kleok,
Seeing that
you're up.
we have him surrounded, I'm actually going to take my attack. I'm rolling 2 d20s. One of them is first one's the spear. The second one is the bonus unarmed.
Excellent. And what's your modifier?
+5, so that's an 18 and a 22.
Hit. How do you want to do it?
Well, first one is I'm going to drive my spear through his back, and then I'm going to take. How do I want to do this?
Think about it and savor it as Ryu goes. Think about it and savor it while Ryu goes. Because this one's done a number on you. So, think it up and let's make it nice and juicy while Ryu quickly goes for the other one.
Finally.
Alright, that's a hit.
Roll min damage. 5 damage.
So I drive my spear in his back, and then I throw a kick right down and try and buckle his whatever he has for knees, and then kind of wiggle my spear around in his back to make sure it goes in deep as he falls to the ground.
You guys see Kleok brutally slaughter this thing and he has blood squirt all over him.
And then I lean over my spear exhausted.
At least we didn't see him, like, beak him to death.
He has this nice greenish blue blood just squirt all over him.
So it's down.
And Rio did 5 damage. So, okay. Rio has a bit of blood for that hit. And now this one's going to try to do something interesting. It disappears. And you hear noise clattering along the ceiling.
It's on the ceiling then. Maybe invisible.
You hear a metal door slam open and shut. 2 left.
No, like total, because I think we did at least 30 damage to that one.
Hey,
You
whatever.
did Helic rebuke him twice for like 22.
He had 2 health left. So he ran using invisibility.
Is there a place that we can hide and rest, like inside the hay or something in this area?
What's your?
Depends.
Wait a minute.
Do you want to risk disease?
Did you guys hear him? Did you hear him? Where is he? Because if he's in here, I can put him to sleep.
You heard a door slam open and shut.
Ah, dang it. Didn't
He's not
lock the
gonna let
door.
us kill him. Come on.
Which way did he go?
Yeah. Well, through the door. Or did he?
Did it sound like he scampered through the door? Actually, that should be +4, so that should be 23. So he went through the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
You clearly heard him echo around the corner.
And just like look at Cookie and like have my hand at the door. Come on.
So I pull my spear out and say, I don't feel so good still.
How much HP do you have left, Mark?
Well, I'm at 10 of 18 right now, but I'm still poisoned. So
This is what we will pick up next week after you guys have time to think about it and strategize. What will you do for the rest of the tower?
I just want to, like finish off, the Birdman.
Well, actually, Cleok, you haven't told the rest of them what you heard. None of the others heard it.
Well, can you describe the room we're in real quick?
It's a bunch of little bales of dirt stuff just kind of like scattered around.
So
Almost like termite nests, but not so firm.
Oh, okay.
So did anyone else hear them speak?
Nope.
No? They spoke?
I don't
I
know,
heard-
but when they
Guys,
bit me, I could hear voices in my head about how I tasted just like chicken or something like that,
Huh.
and how yummy I would be.
I
Suck
whispered
out
to
all
the
my
others.
juices.
I think he's going crazy.
Fascinating.
Something, and then I'd lean up against the back wall.
Huh.
Would I do a medicine check or a investigation to see if he's losing it? If it's the poison talking, is he lucid or is he?
You'd probably be investigation.
Perfect.
He's probably weak at the moment, though.
So is he lucid or?
What are you looking at, dwarf?
As I'm like, going through his feathers.
He does seem to be with it.
He does seem to be with it.
Yeah.
Just making sure you're all there and you're not just, more bird brain than normal. Making sure the poison wasn't talking.
All right, gents. We'll pick up there next week.